नित्यानन्देश्वर सदाशिव समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि आदिशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the Sarvanyapeta Yajamans, Nitya Satsangis, Shri Mahans, Mahans, Kotaris, Tanedars, visitors, viewers, sitting with us all over the world, this time through Nityananda TV, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, hundreds of Adi Navasis channels, Twitter Live, and two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha. So today I will tear the remaining masks of the education system. I am seeing everyone is sitting straight, sitting up. I am not talking about particular education system which is prevalent in India. I am talking about the whole modern education system. Understand? The system developed by the superconscious beings to manifest superconsciousness. Sadashiva's education system, Gurukul style system developed by human beings to enslave and trap other human beings and keep them as clerks and workers. Listen. I am going to talk about all the man-made education system which is only interested in producing clerks, making you dull, dead. Listen. Whatever you may be, a doctor, engineer, lawyer, politician, religious leader, teacher, housewife, whatever you may be, moving, breaking all the things which are stagnant, breaking the status quo is life. Understand? Either you break the status quo or you get frozen. Either you move towards life happening or move towards your graveyard, getting frozen. Happening is life. Understand? The whole modern day education system is just to keep you in continuous confusion in the name of imaginary fear-based plans. I am not against planning. I am against enjoying your confusion, laziness, stupidity in the name of planning. Completely disconnecting you from reality and the requirements of the life is modern day education, where you are taught very well to do the psychodrama. Hey, I may not contribute, but if I am not there, I will collapse. If you know to play that game, you can raise the ladder of the corporate ladder. Because the education system is basically to cheat others. So naturally the fellows who are evolving through that system will be cheating the owners. It is like you cheat me, I cheat you. The whole thing is vengeance based. No doubt, when you build large buildings and develop a city, you need to understand how the sewage water need to go out, how the electricity circuit need to be provided, how the drinking water supply need to happen, how the people who are using the city will come in and go out. No doubt. But surely planning cannot replace living. Sadashiva realizes some truths from disciples. Irreparable damage is done by the thought currents provided by the modern day education system and the modern day corporate thinking world to human consciousness. Really? I have a small story for you guys. An American consultant was at the pier of a small coastal Mexican village when a small boat with just one fisherman docked. Inside the small boat were several large yellowfin tuna. The American complimented the Mexican on the quality of his fish and asked how long it took to catch them. Mexican replied, 2 hours. The American then asked, why don't you stay out longer and catch more fish? The Mexican said, well, I catch enough to feed my family. The American then asked, what do you do with the rest of your time? The Mexican fisherman said, I sleep late, fish a little, play with my children, take siesta with my wife, and stroll into the village each evening where I sip wine and play guitar with my amigos, and I have full busy life. The American scoffed. I am a Harvard graduate and could help you with a new business plan. You should spend more time fishing, and with the proceeds buy a bigger boat. With the proceeds from the bigger boat, you could buy several boats. Eventually you would have a fleet of fishing boats. Instead of selling your catch to a middleman, you would sell directly to the processor, eventually opening your own cannery. You would control the product, processing and distribution. You would need to leave this small coastal fishing village and move to Mexico City and then LA, eventually New York City, where you will run your expanding enterprise. The Mexican fisherman asked, "But Senar, how long will this all take?" To which the American replied, 15 to 20 years to realize the business plan. "But what then?" the guy asked. American laughed and said, "That's the best part. When the time is right, you would announce an IPO and sell your company stock to the public and become very rich. You would make millions." "Millions? Then what?" American said, "Then you would retire, move to a small coastal fishing village where you would sleep late, fish a little, play with your kids, take siesta with your wife, stroll to a village in the evenings where you could sip wine and play the guitar with your amigos." And I tell you, joke is not yet over. This plan, to realize it, you have to become partner with that fellow who will be literally swindling you, and after 1 year you will neither have that boat nor remember how to fish. The whole modern day education system is collapsing the human being into self-beating confusions. When that becomes your pattern, you are a perfect slave. You are a perfect slave. Understand? More than hunger, nothing can teach you hunting. Hunting can never be learned by books and project planning. If you are interested in moving, passionate, alive, for completion, project planning is great. For time passing, project planning. In all the corporate companies this goes on. The specimen whom I got, from them I am trying to study. But one good thing, I have some worst specimens. So if I find a solution for these specimens, it will be, I can give a breakthrough for the whole humanity. The fundamental damage done is making the person believe life is difficult. Once the person starts believing life is difficult, even picking up this and keeping there becomes a big project plan. Will this table take the weight, and the weight is 200 gram, and the table's depth and the material in which table is made of, and the stress test. By then, the logic to come to a decision, conclusion is forgotten. Now, with what question you started thinking, what for you started your analysis is forgotten. This corporate project planning established in the fundamental false understanding life is difficult. Understand ambition for luxury sucks away life energy from your living, makes even small things difficult and most complicated. Please listen. Aparigraha, living with minimal things, awakens certain energy and strength in your system, which constantly keeps you alive and that life energy makes you move continuously. I was wondering, oh God, maybe I am over ambitious. But finally, Sadashiva helped me to come to an understanding. The ambition for luxury takes away your ability to be grounded. Everything you just multiply. A person like me should be supervising project like 20,000 crore airport, seaport, chak, mall, 9-star hotel. And if I start my career like this, 2-bedroom house, 3-bedroom flat, when will I reach there? I think I should be doing something. In all these plans, he gets the job only to design 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom houses. He falls to such life denial, life negative. Depression mode, he never comes out of his apartment. Oh God. Worst chandalas are those who entertain confusion to spend life. Understand? Entertaining confusion to spend life. Actually, your so-called education teaches you to do that. I can't even cognize 200-page book you will study for 6 months semester. The so-called polytechnic where I studied, it is just 5-6 200-page book. Almost 4 months one semester is. 1 year is 2 semester. And 6 months, 6 months. In that 6 months, 2 months, 2 months holiday, leave it. And 4 months, 4 months. Hope I am right. Yes, 1 year is 2 semester only. Four months, actually it should be 6 months. 6 months for just 6 200-page book. Extreme stupidity. Destroying human beings. I have never read my syllabus books. I'll only pick up the name and the content, go to the original library, the library source book, which will be 2000 page or 1000 page. I'll finish the whole thing in 1 week. Come and harass my professors in the class. So the way I'll harass them, they'll tell, don't come, we will give you attendance. Because I'll tell you one little dirty secret. No professor reads the original source book. It's a little dirty secret. And they hate that subject they are talking. They just do not want to remember it. No, really, I am telling you. You need to be in love with what you are doing. You need to be in love with what you are teaching. I asked one of my professor, even to teach in front of us, you are not able to do without notes. Then why do you expect us to write the examination without notes? I asked him, what will I do after the examination? Oh, you can become a professor like me, see? I passed and I became professor. But even after becoming professor, you are having notes. Then why not have the notes in the examination also? No, there are multiple blind spots need to be analyzed. And if one teacher cannot write all subjects, one teacher cannot teach all subjects, how can one student learn all subjects? No, really. No, I'm asking you a simple basic question. All my Balasans, I relieve you from this torture. You do not need to learn anything which I cannot teach. I will teach you the very methodology of thought currents. Understand, for example, this building, because I am talking about construction. Shell is length dimension. Inner image should be as per the calculation of the length dimension. What should be the height, weight, thickness to hold? It should be length. The outer image, how it looks outside, should be breadth, art. Shell should be length. The outer skin should be breadth. And the way it is cognized should be from your depth. That's all. Means the purpose. Purpose decides vastu. Context decides vastu. Vastu is nothing but placements. Placement of the things. Anything, I tell you. If you know to pick up the simple thought current, you can just go on breaking this stagnant attitude and the status quo, and go on be breaking. And I have seen people are afraid of breaking many things. Oh, then we will be just progressing. That is what? What else is life then? And not just expanding this city, expanding this universe is our life. I am looking at billions expanding their consciousness and having access to all the multi-dimensions of the universe. Just like how this incomplete, the physics theories of perceived physics became popular, I wanted the physics of the real physics to become popular. Understand? I am not looking at just few Guinness records or Nobel Peace Prize or Nobel Prize or all that. I am looking at few billion people comfortably traveling to the 11 dimensions of the universe. Like how you go from Mysore to Bangalore or Bidadi to Bangalore for your day-to-day job. You go to Bangalore and do your job and come back night. Like that, you will go to Tapologa and come back to Kailasa for night stay. You will go and attend to some of the enriching activities in Buloka and come back to Kailasa for night stay. And we will have a large cloakroom to keep your body. The bodies which you use when you move to different dimensions. Now, I am not talking about any imaginary utopia concept. Understand that mental retardness which gets infused into you by the so-called fundamental theories of the modern day education system, that life is difficult. One of the worst damage done to you is energy can never be created or destroyed. What a stupid idea. It can neither be generated nor be destroyed. What a stupid idea. Understand, some of the fundamental lies which you started cognizing and operating. Understand, when you started smoking, if any of you were a smoker, you will understand what I am saying. When you start smoking, it is not that it's a pleasant, happy, great, relaxed feeling. No. Coughing and tears in the eyes. So uncomfortable. Because how will you pump so much smoke into your sweet, smooth lungs? I can never understand. Sadashiva defines Gandha. You see, if the ability to absorb the prana of your lungs is expanded by certain smell, it is called auspicious, subhagandha, good smell. If your lungs' ability to absorb prana is disturbed, that's called bad smell. I was shocked when I read, oh God, what a definition about which is good smell and which is bad smell. The best good smell I have experienced in my life is when you plow the land during the drizzling, the smell of the soil that takes your breathing capacity, that means the prana absorption capacity, to its peak. And the second is the smell of the Goshala. And then next is air purified by the herbs offered in the Homagni with the sacred sounds and mantras chanting. In every step of the life, in every move of the life, expanding is education, not entertaining confusion to justify your existence. Not only feeling stuck, making that as a legitimate system is modern education. If somebody can verbalize beautifully and make a PowerPoint presentation about getting stuck, it is called corporate strategy planning meeting. End of the day, a few cup of coffee and burger, pizza, Coke bottles have disappeared. That's all, nothing else. Essence of today's satsang: move, move, move. Break the status quo. That is life. If you are studying about status quo, that is education. Nobody wants a report about status quo. Everyone wants only to break the status quo. Break the status quo. I am not interested in a report about the status quo. With this important initiation, I have seen in some of the places this so-called Vakyar Sadas by these Pandits. They will discuss for 3 months. What for? To come to the conclusion whether to hold the Shringi in the right hand or left hand during the Rudrabhishekam. So, when I started this campus, I started making, see, the first construction in this campus is 72 bricks I made with my own hand, with some broken wooden pieces lying and the clay collected from our Vaidya Sarovar. In those days it was like a small village pond. I personally collected the clay in one old gunny bag with few broken wooden pieces and the newspaper in the bottom. 72 bricks I made with my own hand and baked it. This is the way I made the brick. These wooden planks were not this straight. I myself made. Kept few small stones as a support, because it was not completely built plank. I just kept few stones for the side support, and one by one, I made 72 bricks with my own hand and baked it with a few bushes. That's the first construction activity I started in this campus. I just decided, come on, let me start making bricks. Maybe in 2 months I'll make few hundred bricks, then I'll plan next further construction. I did not wait for project plan. No, I'm not saying without project planning it should be done. All I am saying is abusing life in the name of project planning. Cheating yourself in the name of project planning. The context should be towards making it happen, not justifying your existence. I did not wait for somebody to give me money, some contractor to come, some plans to start. I said, first let me start with whatever I have. whatever I can. As long as this beginner's mind exists in you, you have grace of Sadashiva. As long as this attitude of Shakti, acting, alive, exists in you, you have the grace of Sadashiva. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Sada Shivoham, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.